Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, please read this video because here we will explain about belligerents and insurgents. First of all, let us introduce ourselves. My name is Anggia Narta, NIM 131230088.
My name is Muhammad Aditya Nugroho, NIM 13123000092.
My name is Endang Nadila Kasati, my NIM 13123000093.
My name is Felicia Devita Wardani, NIM 13123000095.
My name Nayaka Nabila Bimata, number 13123000080.
Okay, see you guys. Bye. Hello, okay guys, according to the laws of variables can abolish opposition and rights and parties to the conflict belligerent in circumstances. In this happen, it's a country that oppressing and oppressing have developed national unity on the effectiveness of government. So, this station, but these countries in the following station especially and protecting is for various interests in the country. In the station, the belligerent regulation system was born. Next, belligerent itself in the revolution state of the rebels will have reached a stronger and more established level, but politically, organizationally, and military, so that they operate as one unit. Independence politics, the problem in the government from insurgent levels. This independence is not only internal but also outward, meaning that countries' current limits in has been able to show itself the international law level for its own extent. Belligerence as a subject of international law in law, the true sense is a subject of international law. Holder of all rights and obligations according to the international law, if violations are international legal subject, we can call it all international legal subject. States are subject or international law in this sense. However, apart from countries, there are also recognition of the subject of international law, or for the coordination international law and other legal obligations. Subjects of international law are entities that bear international rights and obligations and have the ability to defend their rights with submit international claims. Thank you.
Insurgency is more sustained domestic violence in which the group revolting against a country government is sufficiently organized to provide effective resistance in order to gain government control and to prevent foreign access. Insurrection is warfare waged by citizens against their government with aim of gaining power either whole or partially. This violence always implies prolonged armed resistance by a group. Its qualification as an insurgent rebel or separatist movement is de jure internationally seen as a movement that aims to achieve success through the use of arms. This means the insurgent qualification does not yet constitute a civil war in international law. Insurgent is the beginning of the formation of belligerent, but every insurgent cannot be called a belligerent if it has not fulfilled the professions of belligerent recognition. The jure international qualification of insurgent can be seen from the level of success of a group in the use of weapons. If the insurgent makes a significant development covering an increasingly large area and regular organization and has occupied a certain area effectively, then according to international law the state has reached belligerent in the recognition of insurgent. The belligerent as a subject of international law must fulfill several conditions. One, the insurgency has been organized in a power that is truly responsible for the action of its subordinates and has its own governmental organization. 2. The insurgency has de facto effective control over some territory. 3. The insurgency object the laws and custom of war. Before entering the belligerent, it starts as an insurgent, but any insurgent cannot enter the belligerent if it does not meet the conditions of belligerent recognition. If insurgent in the area of the rebellion, the state concerned still has all the rights and obligation as a legitimate rule, and if the insurgent has reached belligerent, then it's possible for other countries to recognize the position of the insurgent, but if it has not reached belligerent and there is another country that recognizes the insurgent, then that other country is considered to have encroached on the internal affairs of the country where the insurgent is located.
Insurgent legal basis comes from international humanitarian law. Additional Protocol 2 to the Geneva Convention of 1949, the Hague Convention of 1907, and the principles of customary international law that regulate the status and right and obligation of rebels in armed conflict. Belligerent legal basis is international humanitarian law, the Geneva Convention of 1949, and Additional Protocol 2, the Hague Convention of 1907, and the principles of customary international law that regulate the status, right, and obligation of rebel groups that have been organized and effectively control territory and subject of international law.
I'm Senda. Here I will explain whether OPM is an insurgent or belligerent. The Free Papua Movement (OPM) is generally categorized as an insurgent or rebel group from an international legal perspective. Insurgent is a group that carries out armed rebellion resistance against the government of a country without international recognition as a legitimate warring party. OPM has not met the criteria to be recognized as a belligerent, namely an organized militia group with a clear chain of command, using specially symbols, carrying weapons openly, and operating in the context of an international recognition war. Therefore, although OPM has militant characteristics, its status is still as a rebel who is not recognized as a legitimate subject of international law. In addition, OPM is also classified by the Indonesia government as an armed criminal group and terrorist, especially after the enhancement of the terrorist law. In international humanitarian law, rebels who meet certain requirements can obtain belligerent status, but OPM has not met this criteria because it does not effectively control the territory and has not been recognized internationally. The OPM remains viewed as an insurgent who must comply with Indonesia national law, not as a belligerent who has international recognition in the context of armed conflict.
CRIP is a community organization formed by Rosario de Marsal or Hercules in 2011. CRIP also works with stakeholders in carrying out organizational function and critically overseeing the process of organizing and implementing election. This organization has many members spread throughout Indonesia. Their activity generally do not meet the main elements defined in the terms insurgent or belligerent. They do not carry out armed rebellion against the state, do not control territory, military, and are not involved in armed conflict against the state or other parties in the framework of war. Although in some cases community organizations such as CRIP can be associated with violence, political influence, or truggery activities in the local context, make them insurgent or belligerent. They are better understood within the framework of domestic law, for example as groups that may violate criminal law or public order. Not within the framework of international humanitarian law. Thus, CRIP is neither insurgent nor belligerent, but rather a civil society organization operating within the jurisdiction of Indonesia, like other community organizations. They may go beyond the boundaries of the law in practice, depending on the context and the individuals involved.
Thank you everyone for watching our video. See you.
Bye.